Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to discuss STLC, that is Software Testing Life Cycle. What is STLC? Means we can say it's similar to SDLC only, but STLC is what different activities we are perform during the software testing cycle, and we can say it's a fundamental part of SDLC only, but STLC consists only during the testing phase. Okay, and STLC start as soon as the requirement are defined or requirement is gathered, and or during software requirement document is shared by stakeholders or product owner or your client anyway. Okay, so it's having certain phases, certain process which we are going to discuss today, and let me share the phases. Okay, these are the different phases STLC is having. First is requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, environment setup, test execution, and last is test closure. Okay, and so let's get started. First point is requirement analysis. Okay, first point is requirement analysis. In this phase, what to be, it is a first phase. We can see it's a first phase of STLC, and in this phase, the quality assurance team, the QA team, involves, and what they used to do, they used to understand the requirements, like what needs to be tested, and if anything is missing in the requirement, they used to analyze the process. Means that they used to understand the product or services or the new functionality which shared by the stakeholders, and they used to understand the detail of the knowledge of the requirement. Okay, so we can say understanding QA team understand. Okay, understand the requirement, and simply we are saying understanding the requirements. And so coming to the second point, that is test planning. In this test planning, we can say it's a second step of STLC, and in this step, it's one of the efficient phase of STLC, where all the test planning are defined. Okay, in this phase, manager used to get involved from this testing team, and he or she calculates or estimate the efforts and cost of, means he used to give the estimations for efforts and efforts for the testing, and cost required, how many resources would be required during this testing. So all this would be defined uh, in this process, and cost for testing. Okay, so in this phase. Okay, so coming to the third point, that is test case development. It's a third phase of STLC, and it start once the test planning is done and requirement is analyzed, it's completed, then test planning, this phase is started. When it's completed, then we start with test case development, so TCD. In short form, I'm just writing. In TCD means in test case development, once previous one is completed, in this phase, the testing team note down all the details for the test case, and preparation of test cases is done by the testing team only, and they get reviewed by the QA team. Okay, so test case test cases got developed. Okay, and reviewed by QA team. Test case development developed by testing team. Testing team. Okay, and once this is done, and they got reviewed by QA team. So next phase is environment setup. So we can say environment setup can be done with this three and fourth. Means simultaneously we can work on this. Means these are the different phases, but we can work because both are totally independent to each other. Okay, in this STLC, it's a means we can say it's one of the vital part of STLC. And basically what we are doing is we are setting up the conditions or the environment. Setup being setup is done for testing environment. Okay, and environment, or we can say a similar condition to the live environment is set up for the testing phase. Okay. Okay, and once this test environment setup is done, we means testing team start working on their test execution. That is means executing all the test cases, executing mhm, executing the test cases which got developed during the third phase, and also got reviewed by QA team, and those test cases were being executed on the environment which was set up during the fourth phase. So all this execution is done in this fifth phase, that is test execution. And okay, and so after this, once test execution is done, and once all the test cases were happily got passed, so this is the last phase, so that is test closure, or we can say test cycle closure or test closure, whatever we can say. In the last phase, this is the means of it's a last phase of STLC in which all the process were get analyzes. A process were analyzed, and like if something needs to be changes or something we need to do during in the software, we analyze in this last phase. So that's what STLC was. If you find it and if you liked it, please hit the like icon, and please do subscribe and share with your friends, and please take care of your family friends during this hard time, and have a great day. Take care.